Okay, guys. Hey, this is Ben Animan1. We're starting up Metroid Other M. After going through this the first time around, I felt that the best way to really go through this game is for me to play the game first, and then, after recording the footage that I used, I would then talk about the game play through voiceover. And I have to say, the opening sequence to this was really unexpected for me. And the transitions here and the ultimate opening cutscenes right here. It was really cool to see all this show on screen. And, you know, the whole idea of having the mother brain sequence, that was a nice touch. You know, seeing Samus floating up there with the baby Metroid there, you know, that was really cool. You know, the whole sequence was really just nice. Now, if you know, somehow whoever's in charge of the next Metroid game decides to do a game based off of this, I would absolutely welcome that. This would be a really good idea if they actually really did a remake of this, you know, and did like the whole, well, maybe not like the whole thing of the third-person, first-person thing like they did in this game, but something along those lines. You know, sort of, I guess, yeah, it's strictly side-scrolling, but with this kind of graphic representation would really work. And, well, maybe having something a little bit different, you know. Oh, and this sequence right here, this was nice. I mean, to physically go right inside of Samus Aran's arm cannon, you know, see all the mechanics and workings on how that actually operates. That was really cool. And then this part right here, well, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is interesting. Of course, hearing Samus actually talking as a human being, well, that's really no surprise. I loved the Zero suit. You know, I think that's what everybody familiarizes with when it comes to this game. Yeah, about that, what she just described there about Zebus, technically, yes, it did destroy planet Zebus, but not in the way that people think. It really actually exploded, annihilating all life on the planet, but the planet is still there. You know, I mean, we actually learned that when we go back to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption and we see the Pirate Homeworld. I mean, that's Zebus right there. But, yeah, this sequence right here, at first I was surprised that they did this the first way. Primarily because, well, I think most players, when they actually did this, it was a good way to actually try all the current moves, and, you know, like the charge beam and the morph ball and the morph ball bomb and some of the other new things that were added as well. This was really good. I mean, I kind of didn't like the idea that there was no boost ball needed But when I actually played this game first time through, the whole way through, I have to say it really wasn't necessary because they made the game work like that. Um, yeah, the kick climb actually that does have a lot of promise there. I mean, just try to imagine playing Metroid Prime 1 and using that against the walls. Makes you wish you had that. Oh, but these guys right here, these little spiny guys, you know, you can... If they actually touch you, there's no damage to them, damage to your body suits, so, you know, it's really not a whole lot about those guys. But, you know, the real ones, yeah, they will damage you. And, okay, this move right here, Sense Move, this was a good idea, actually, because... And I like the idea that you can charge your charge beam while the beam is firing at you, and it actually does it instantly. And that's really, really helpful, because then you can actually do some real damage to these guys when you have all these power-ups. And the whole concentration thing, that was a nice touch. I also like... Yeah, the search view was... not really a disappointment, but at the same time, it was a little more accurate. You know, like, when you swung the Wiimote around, it actually went with your hand movements. So, yeah, using that motion control, that was a good idea. And then, of course, you know, the close combat that you have with these characters now, that was a good idea. As you can see, I've taken hits right here in this game, and ow, you know, it feels like that should hurt, and you should see some damage. But since it's a simulation, it's not real. So therefore, I'm not going to get hurt. You know, this is... I guess you could say this is a holographic field, you know, and they're just observing all of my techniques. You know, yet the blaster that I'm using for my arm cannon is actually imposing damage to that creature. I know that sounds like a bit of a paradox, don't you think? Oh, and this move, Lethal Strike, that really helps. You know, I kind of wish that move, they would keep that for like the next game, because, you know, that's a great way of finishing off, maybe not the major boss, but like, you know, a minor boss conflict. And, you know, I also liked the powerbomb thing. Okay, and Ben Animan's signing off right now, but we'll be back shortly.